In most of my videos, I'm trying to show you guys what I think are the easier strategies to use in the builder base. Strategies such as baby dragons or pekkas and cannon carts and all that stuff. But in this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead, I'm going to be showing you guys what the hardest strategies are in the builder base. Now, obviously, if I were to say, number 1, all barbarians. You know, obviously that's going to be one of the hardest strategies, not because it really takes a lot of skill, but because it's just a terrible strategy. So that's not what we're going to be doing. Instead, I'm going to be showing you guys what the hardest viable strategies are. These strategies can work against pretty much any base, and they aren't difficult because the composition is bad. They're difficult because they take a lot of skill. So let's get into the first one. So I'm looking at the base here, and I believe we can make this strategy work here. It's just gonna take perfect execution, but that's kind of what this whole video is about, and so I think we're gonna go for it. Right now I'm trying to figure out where I want to place down the Pekka to make sure it gets the most optimal value, and I think I see where I have to do it. This is gonna be even harder than usual because this base really is not a good base for this strategy. I'm kind of gonna be forcing it here, but I really do feel confident that I can make it work. So we're gonna start the Pekka like that to tank forward the lava launcher. Cannon carts need to go in now. We're going to put even 2 archers now to go with the cannon carts because they need to do a lot of damage here to get to the lava launcher. As long as we get to the lava launcher, we are okay. Okay, the cannon carts are getting in there. The Pekka is doing beautiful tanking, exactly what I wanted it to do. And now we are A-okay, getting the cannon carts right where we needed them to be. And this is perfect. So at this point, we are really in a nice position. We have a bunch of archers to spare, and I really don't know where I want to place everything. So we're going to start Battle Machine from the very corner. That way he charges up his ability. We'll let the cannon carts keep moving forward a little bit. 1 archer onto this archer tower to make sure we are going to take it down before it hurts our cannon carts. And now we have found all of the Teslas. But dude, this strategy was executed so perfectly because look what's left on the base. We have taken down pretty much the whole base with this opening maneuver. Now we got to make sure we do not time fail. So I'm going to place an archer just in 2 different corners here. Battle Machine ability, just going to trigger it real quick. I'm going to put 1 more archer. Oh, hello. We find some ground bombs here. I'm just not going to move my cannon carts. And this is why I'm very strategically waiting to place down my archers. I don't know where I'm going to need them until I know where I'm going to need them. So I wait, and we very easily take down the stage 1 with a very, very difficult maneuver. So at this point, stage 2, we are going to do some pretty interesting tricks here, I believe. Watch this. First, we're going to use an archer right here to test for traps. We don't find any. Now we're going to place down both the cannon carts. We're just going to let them kind of cook out a little bit. We're going to use some archers. The reason we're using so many archers is we're trying to make sure we're not going to find any unexpected traps here. If we find an unexpected trap, we are pretty much cooked. There is no way I can recover. We are looking super, super solid though. We're looking so solid that I might try a very difficult maneuver where you actually can outrange this firecracker when attacking the elixir storage with the Battlecopter. Now, I don't expect you guys to know how difficult that is, but just trust me, it's very hard. So I'm going to put him right there. I believe that is a pretty good angle for that. Now watch this Pekka. Look what it's going to do. It's going to go in there and it's going to splash up the multi-mortar. And for all the people who know builder base, look at what I just did. You have no idea how difficult that placement is, especially to do it intentionally. Like, that is amazing. I'm very, very proud of myself that I actually got that there, because the reason that is right there is because most players assume it is impossible to do what I just did, because honestly, it very nearly is. I encourage you to try this on your own time and see how hard that placement is. But because we got the placement there, we were able to charge up the Battlecopter's ability without taking any damage, and then we were able to take out a firecracker for free. So now at this point, it is looking so free. I'm just putting the baby dragon in the very corner. I am not worried about it at all. We've already taken down everything, unpausing both the cannon carts. We are in the clear, baby. Swag baby dragon ability, Battlecopter ability still intact. We're gonna go like this. Baby dragon ability, Battlecopter ability, and it's over. Alright, the next hardest army has to be Electro Fire Wizard anything. So we're going to try this out and see if we can pull it off. Let me just see if I can find a good base for it. So right away, this does not look like a terrible base. We just need to make sure we get the right value. And honestly, I see even more value over here, so we're for sure going to go for this. I just need to make sure I play it correctly. Step 1, we're going to put 2 archers in 2 very specific places. I'm going to make sure it's in range of both archer towers here and a Tesla now, which is awesome. awesome. We're gonna put the next archer all the way onto this hero altar. My goal is I need to make sure, one, we're testing for traps for this E-Wiz, and two, I need to make sure we are getting rid of that gem mine there. That way our Electro Fire Wizard chains goes exactly where I want them to go, and now we place down both the E-Wiz now, and look at the value these guys are about to get on the base for me. Look at this huge value for free. Now we're gonna start in the giant there. And look at what this is going to allow the Electro Fire Wizard to do now. It's going to just get some huge chain value. Let's go switch it to Inferno mode, switch that one to Electro mode, and now it's going to chain off of the giant cannon. Oh my goodness, dude. He's really letting me do this to him. He really let me do this to him. Can we get one more chain before it dies? Yes. And at this point, it might look like we're kind of cooked, but we are not, because we have the Hog Gliders coming in, stunning up the rest of the defenses, and it is over for my man. A beautiful Electro Fire Wizard approach, a very uncommon, difficult, hard to use strategy that just was executed to perfection here. I mean, this is really difficult, I promise you. But we completely dissected the base there with the Electro Fire Wizard, but unlike the other strategies, this strategy is still hard stage 2 because Hog Gliders are not that good for stage 2 when they've already lost their ability. The stage 2 here is not that good of a stage 2 though. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I'm thinking we gotta find a way to get the Hog Gliders involved, but I really don't know how. So first step here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the cannon carts in 2 separate positions like this. We test for both of them just with one archer, so it's very efficient. And now we can pause them both, and they're going to take down a lot of buildings here. We're going to actually unpause this cannon cart on the crusher to speed it up a little bit. And now look, we're going to get 2 cannons, the double cannon, and the crusher here. Beautiful value for me. So now the big question is, where do we want to start in the battle machine? And I'm feeling very confident we can kind of put them wherever we want. So I'm putting him from the left-hand corner, and I got a little distracted, made a mistake, and we just lost a cannon cart. I don't know what happened. I must have done a misclick or something, but we're just going to continue on. We're using the Hog Glider to A, take down the cannon, but B, also tank for the multi-mortar, and that's going to let us use this cannon cart to take down this double cannon, and now the battle machine is looking really good. I'm also going to wait for the Hog Glider to die. Now we're putting an archer down over there to take down the crusher before the battle machine dies on it. Battle machine ability to take down all the Zappies. Now we're gonna wait for it to tank for the Tesla. It was a very shaky stage 2 because of that misclick, not pausing the cannon cart, but this was just such a strong execution of the strategy. It really does not matter because we are gonna clear it no matter what. We have the Hog Gliders going to each corner. They are very, very fast moving, and this is gonna be another 6-star. So for this next strategy here, it's a little bit weird. What we're trying to do is take down as much of these buildings as we can just with the Battlecopter and the baby dragons, of course. And then we need to really try and finish off the base just with the cannon carts once we get this value. My biggest concern is this giant cannon. It looks like it's going to be in a really annoying spot to take down, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But why don't we go ahead? We're just going to put cannon carts from 2 different sides of the base here, like that, and then we're going to start Battlecopter onto the clock tower to get some huge value for us. So I'm going to put a Barbarian with this cannon cart, see if we find any Teslas, any bombs, traps, anything. We find a Tesla and a bomb. At first it looked like it was going to get nothing, but we did end up getting some nice value with that Barbarian. So let's pause up the cannon cart, and now we'll unpause right there. It's going to go get the shot off and then attack the Barbarian. Now start in the first baby dragon just to make sure our Battlecopter is going to have some support. We're going to put an archer onto this elixir storage just to make sure we're not going to waste too much time with the Battlecopter. I need his ability to go inside the base here. Go baby dragon ability. Now we're going to go Battlecopter ability right there. Here comes the next baby dragon onto the giant cannon just to make sure we're going to take it down really easily. And boom, there it goes. One archer. We're going to put it onto the archer tower. It ends up finding a push trap, but look, we are so okay. We are so okay because the Battlecopter, I placed it in a perfect way so that it would get all that value, be out of range of any air defense, and now it's going to take down the lava launcher. That is absolutely perfect. So we do find a weird Tesla farm all the way at the bottom here. So that really does suck. But I think we should be all right here as long as we don't find any unexpected traps. So I'm going to just pause the cannon carts and let them cook. The reason this strategy is something I consider to be difficult is because it involves a lot of hands-on movement for like the entire attack. Like you cannot take a breath at any point. You got to just go, go, go. If you take too long or wait too long, you are going to get cooked. So we're going to put down one archer onto the Mega Tesla just to make sure we're going to get this down in time. And just like that, we have 2 barbarians, an archer, 2 cannon carts, and and one more archer already placed down to spare. That is a perfect stage 1 for me. So against this stage 2, I'm actually going to bring in an Electro Fire Wizard, more for swag points than anything, but I know it can get good value. It might get push trapped though, and look, we do not find a push trap yet, so that is absolutely perfect for us. And let's see what value this Electro Fire Wizard can get. Look at it chaining through everything, hitting the double cannon, hitting the cannon all the way over at the end here. That is absolutely perfect. That makes me very happy, I'm not gonna lie. It's even gonna get some more value. It's a little bit of a bummer I did not tank for the Electro Fire Wizard because it could have probably gotten a little bit more, but look, I don't really care. It took down so much of the base, and now we're gonna move in these cannon carts and they are gonna help clear out the rest of the base. The Electro Fire Wizard was kind of just for steez, and it absolutely is doing exactly what I needed it to, just making me look a little bit cooler than I might be. Pause both the cannon carts like that. Look at how perfectly I paused both of them at the same time, making sure they're both out of range of both of these cannons. And now we've taken down the double cannon. Let's let number 5 move a little bit further forward. We find a Tesla all the way over there. It doesn't really matter. Now we just took down that cannon with the Pekka ability. That's perfect. This base is completely crushed. I mean, there really wasn't anything he could do once I got all the value with the Electro Fire Wizard. But really, even if the Electro Fire Wizard died, we would have crushed it, dude. I mean, this strategy is so strong once you get through stage 1. So we're looking at this base right here, and you see we can get down a Roaster and an Air Expo if we just play our cannon carts correctly. So that's exactly what I'm going to try and do. We're going to bring in the dropship here to tank for our cannon carts. So here's the army I have selected here, and it really is not a usual army, but this is not a usual base, so we are going to try and take advantage of that fact. We're going to use dropship ability right there. Look at that dropship ability and everything it's going to do for me. It's going to open up all these walls, it's going to tank and test for all these traps, and now our cannon carts are brilliantly going to go straight in, start attacking the Archer Tower. The Archer Tower is gone, and now we're going to take down a Roaster, a Expo, and even a Crusher, which really isn't that good. I don't really care about a Crusher, but dude, tell me that cannon cart placement and maneuvering was not perfect to get them to go straight for that Archer Tower and secure the bag. Now here comes kind of the difficult part, is we got to try and keep the Battlecopter alive. Also look, the cannon carts are going straight for the Expo now too. Just brilliant, brilliant placement. So to keep the Battlecopter alive, I'm going to put both these Night Witches all the way over here to distract for the Mega Tesla. And then now, step 2 is we got to keep alive the Night Witches. So now we're going to be using Battlecopter ability. We also put down the Pekka here to try and make sure we're tanking for the defenses. Pekka ability to take down the Archer Tower. Now we can unpause the cannon carts, let them keep moving through the base here. In a perfect world, I will not use a single Night Witch ability. That is what my version of heaven is here. And it's looking like we are going to find our way to heaven here. Battlecopter ability to tank for the Night Witches. Unpause the cannon carts just to kind of full send them in. I am a little scared about this Tesla, to be honest, and look, we just found a nasty, nasty ground bomb here, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, we still have both Night Witch abilities, both cannon carts. It really does not matter. This was a brilliant attack once again. And you see, it was difficult because we had to get that cannon cart to just get to the perfect angle, but because we got so much value there, with all the Night Witches we have left alive, it really does not matter. Usually, I would bring more Night Witches here, but this guy, it just feels disrespectful that he thinks this is going to stop my cannon carts. Let me show you exactly what I'm going to do. Just put Pekka right there. We're going to wait to use the ability until we can also hit the Archer, and that's going to make sure we hit everything over there. Pause all the cannon carts. Dude, it's over for him. I'm going to take out every single defense before his multi-mortar knows what's happening. He just gives me so much value over here with the cannon carts that I really don't care that it's technically suboptimal. Watch this. We're keeping the cannon carts paused because they're going to splash out all the Zappies at once. That's definitely a fun maneuver to get if you can make sure it's going to get the right angle. You got to be able to see where the Zappies are going. It takes a bit of experience to know when it's the right angle, but that was the right angle. So now we have our cannon carts just working throughout the base here, taking down all these defenses. And what did I tell you? We would take down every single defense before the multi-mortar knew what was going on. And look what's left on the base. The multi-mortar and one cannon that's about to get sniped out by my lovely cannon carts. Terrible stage 2. We're going to use both the Night Witch abilities, pause all our cannon carts, and that's it. This base is just completely cooked. Oh, up against another base here. I'm trying to see if there's any notable weaknesses, and look at this. This Archer Tower is free. We could take down a lowered Archer Tower, a long-range Archer Tower, and the Mega Tesla, and even a double cannon. Am I really that daring, though? That's the big question. I think I might be. In fact, I'm feeling very daring. I mean, 4 cannon carts at once is just really unheard of. No one would do it in their right mind except for me. But look, I might not be in my right mind, dude. I'm a maniac here playing the builder base. I'm honestly gonna use the dropship now. Just use that, test for all the traps, and look, we find no traps here, probably because he's thought there's no way anyone's crazy enough to go for our Archer Tower here. Unfortunately for him, he's up against the GOAT. The 3-time top 5 player is about to show him how it's done. So I'm thinking we should use the battle machine, honestly, all the way from the corner. And the reason I use so many cannon carts here is I'm intending to tank for the lava launcher with this battle machine. So once the lava launcher is tanked for, we can actually do some nasty work with this. So let's just keep him paused. Unpause. Now we're going to repause. Look, we just found a trap there. Yep, I thought there might be more, but we're just going to pause him again. Battle machine ability to take out the lava launcher before it gets a shot off. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now we're going to use the Pekka all the way there. We found a push trap, but I don't really care. That's actually really, really good for us because now our Pekka is in the perfect tanking position. We're just splashing out all these defenses with our cannon carts. I mean, I don't know what this guy thought was going to happen with these silly traps, but I'm not going to fall for them. Look at the cannon carts. They're actually going to splash out the Archer Tower nearly. I mean, yeah, this base is completely cooked. I mean, we have 4 cannon carts ready for stage 2. He just didn't see what was coming. He couldn't see it. And I can't blame him. I mean, someone using 4 cannon carts would not be on my 2025 bingo. So with 4 cannon carts stage 2, surely, you know, like surely we're going to get this down, you would think. So I feel very confident that we can pull this off once again. Okay, we found a... Oh, look at that. We just lost 2 cannon carts to a Tesla all the way at the bottom. That does suck, don't get me wrong. But... fellas, it might be comeback season. It might be comeback season. Although I'm not really sure I would call this a comeback. We already are just going absolutely nuts on this guy. I might go for the Battlecopter outrange again. I'm feeling a little bit crazy because, again, you may not know how difficult that Battlecopter is. It's damn near impossible, but I feel like I might be able to get it again if I'm... that doesn't feel right. Yeah, he's going to go to the wrong place. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. Let's use the Pekka onto this to take down the multi-mortar and splash out both these firecrackers right about now. Oh, hello. Why did I not splash out the other firecracker? That's a really annoying. Put down our first baby dragon all the way over there. We're just going to let that chill out over there. Boom, there's that first ability. Let's go second ability. Honestly, yeah, this is perfect. This is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I was getting a little bit nervous. I'm not even going to lie to you guys just because we lost so many troops to some stupid traps. But we are able to still pull this off with an absolute overkill. 2 baby dragons, Battlecopter, and a cannon cart still surviving. I'm feeling good. Oh, this is an interesting base here, actually. So what I'm noticing about the base, if you'll look, is that it's just... It's very weird. It's very open, which makes me think it's very weak. And look, the Archer Tower, we can take down a roaster and a double cannon right there. Okay, I'm interested in doing something like this, which is definitely a weird idea, don't get me wrong. But I think it might be doable. So for this strategy to work, we got to do quite a few things correctly. Number 1, we got to test for traps over here. Look at that. There's no push traps over there. So our cannon carts are going to be home free to take down all these buildings. Let's go put a few more barbarians in. And look, these are also going to splash up the guard post units, and that is just brilliant. That is just absolutely brilliant. Going to do so much value for us. Let's start in the Battlecopter all the way from the corner, and then now pause both the cannon carts. We got to make sure we're not in range of this lava launcher. We are very, very close to being in range, so that's always scary, but I feel very confident we can continue our streak. We're going to put in a barbarian all the way from the bottom to tank for this Archer Tower a little bit. Perfect. We find a Tesla. I'm going to put that baby dragon down immediately to take down that Tesla. I do not want to let my Battlecopter take too much damage there, and so that baby dragon is just going to make sure he stays nice and healthy for us. I'm going to go Battlecopter ability kind of preemptively because I want to make sure we are not letting our Battlecopter die here, so that's why I use that ability a little bit earlier than recommended. And then now here comes the first hog. Beautiful, beautiful. And then now here comes the next hog. That's feeling a little bit beautiful. This is feeling beautiful, baby. And then now we are taking down the Tesla all the way up at the top. We are taking down the double cannon all the way down at the bottom. We are taking down the Archer Tower. There is no more defense on the base here, and we have done it. We have used yet another ridiculously difficult strategy just because we can. I mean, I'm kind of on a roll right now. To be honest, as the video goes on, the strategies start getting more and more ridiculous. Like, these are not real strategies, but they are working brilliantly, so they're real to me, I guess. Stage 2, we've seen a stage 2 a million times. We're just going to bring in a very, very safe strategy. Use the battle machine ability, unpause both the cannon carts, and that is yet another 6-star for the boys. Here we go. One last base here, and how are we going to do it? Well, baby, I think we're going to bring back the initial strategy. This is not an easy strategy, obviously, as the title suggests. So I'm kind of a little nervous that we are going to mess this up somehow, but I really do feel confident with my abilities and with this strategy. So let's just full send cannon carts all the way up at the top. We got to make sure we tank for this lava launcher. That is going to be the most important thing of this whole attack. So we're going to start in... Oh, look at all these Teslas here. That's really interesting. So why don't we start in the dropship now? We'll put archers to help out the cannon carts. And then now we're just going to let these cannon carts full send into the base here. We are taking down all the Teslas right now. This is perfect so far. It's just definitely a little bit scary. Now we're in range of our first Tesla. Can we take them down in time? We can take them down, but the lava launcher fire is going to maybe kill the cannon cart. No, perfect. We did it, baby. We did it. We got the maneuver. We did it. Okay, now here comes the second hard part, which is taking down the rest of the base. So we got to take down this guard post unit. Now we're going to go Battlecopter ability, get this baby dragon involved because we really need its help right now to make sure we're not going to lose Battle Machine. There's the ability. Battlecopter is going to take out the Air Expo, and just like that, we did it. We did it. We used one of the most difficult strategies and took him down despite finding quite a few traps. That's what he gets for messing with the goat. He's messing with the goat. I have devoted way too much of my time to play the builder base, and it shows, baby. It really shows. Okay, speaking to you guys right now, how do we want to take down the stage 2? We cannot fail this or else I might cry. We're bringing in the battle machine. How do we follow this up? Maybe we go with the bomber to break in our cannon carts to take down quite a few valuable targets. That's exactly what we're going to do. Double cannon cart from the top. We'll put an archer right on top of the cannon cart to make sure it's going to go. Test for a push trap. We put another archer down because I'm not playing these games today. We're going to pause the cannon carts and let them cook right now. That's all they need to do is just cook. And then now it is time to go in with the bomber to make sure we're going to get the perfect angle on our cannon carts. Look at this. I waited to let them move. That way they would go through the hole in the wall that I wanted them to. And now we're starting in the battle machine from the corner. And also starting in 2 archers onto this crusher. I do not want my battle machine to get cooked by the crusher. Trust me, it's happened many, many times in my builder base career, so I'm okay with not letting him do that this one time. Now we're taking down the double cannon. This is looking super, super good for us. Look at that. We're going to get down this double cannon before it does hardly any damage to my battle machine. I'm going to go ahead. I'm keeping my cannon carts paused here. I'm going to start a baby dragon from the corner. We're going to go battle machine ability now. Let's use the cannon carts to help out the battle machine, take out these Zappies, and it's over. We got him. We did it. Let's go. I'm feeling like the GOAT right now. These were the hardest strategies, I think, to do in the game. But you know what's harder than doing those strategies? Doing them in a row, baby. No fails. We got all these bad boys in a row. Feeling like the king of the game right now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you later.